Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about another wireless car charger that's hit the market. This is called the Florington Wireless Car Charger, and you can find it on Amazon for $30. I'm going to talk about the design, I'm going to give this a test run and talk about its different features, and you can decide for yourself if this product is right for you. The first thing I noticed is when I got the box, it says the car user wireless car charger. And on Amazon's website, it says Florington wireless car charger. So there's a little confusion with the branding there, but whatever. So we're gonna give this a test run and I'll let you decide if this is right for you. So when you lift open the box, there's your car charger right there. Nothing's wrapped up in plastic or anything like that. You have your car charger, you have your vent mount here, and then you also have this. So this has a little, it's not a glue, it's actually like a gecko feet type of material that will stick to your dashboard once you peel that back. So I'll go ahead and test that. But let's go ahead and talk about the car charger itself. My first thoughts, it's very lightweight. This is really light, but it looks attractive. I like the fit and finish of the look. So this wireless car charger has something pretty unique that I haven't seen before. It's a one-handed operation, so all you do is you slide your phone in and the weight of the phone pushes down on this, and as that pushes down, these two arms come in. So what you do is you take your phone, here I have an iPhone 10, and I'm going to set that down in there, and as it drops in, I'm going to help it a little bit. As it drops in, then the feet come over the phone. And once it's in there, it's actually, now it's nicely attached to the phone. So that's not a bad design. So one thing about this is the arms on the side cover the screen just a little bit, not too much so. So it's not really going to get in your way, but if you're looking at it from the side, you will have a little bit of obstruction there. I'm going to put a case on this iPhone because I have one of the iPhone's silicone cases, and these are very sticky, so I wonder how a sticky case is going to work with this. So I'm going to throw this in there. You know, normally the phone would push this down, but the sticky case is like kind of keeping it from sliding down a little bit. So if I were to actually put this on the charger, I'd probably have to like just give it a push or wiggle it around just a little bit. Now that's in there, it is really seated in there pretty well. So that's pretty neat, I like that. And then just pull it right out to get your phone out. Okay, now I'm gonna try this with a big phone, and I've got just the phone for the job. It's an iPhone 8 Plus. So let's see if this monster phone fits in the Florington. And it does. So that fits in there, but it just barely has enough room to do so. So if I put a case on this phone, is it going to fit in there with the case? Okay, so now I've got my monster iPhone with a big, thick case on it. I'm gonna see if this will fit. And it does not fit too well. Yeah, so if you have an iPhone 8 Plus with a case, that's not going to fit in there. But if you have an iPhone 8 with a very slim case, you should be able to get away with that on this. But just just a heads up there. Next thing I'm going to talk about, we'll set this in there, is the clamp. And I actually love this clamp because I'm used to the clamps being very like flimsy and falling out over time out of the vent. And you have all types of different sized vents. So sometimes the vent's going to be really large and you have like a little opening that this will not attach to. But that's not the case with this. So with this, there's a button up here, you push it down, and you can get this even on large vents for any type of car you have. So that is really nice. I do like that. And this button, that has a lot of pressure, so that is going to lock on pretty well. So what I'm going to do here is pretend this is our vent. I'm going to press that down, sit that on there, and that is on there very tight. So that would be pretty thick that's not going to fall out. That feels very stable. So I do like that design. This is the gecko feet mount. If you don't want to mount this car charger on your vent, you can actually use this guy. And this will not leave an adhesive on your car. I'm going to put this on my wood dining room table just to show you guys how much I trust this. Now it's on there pretty well, but of course if you give a lot of force, there you go. Oh, and okay, so it lifted up part of my table there, part of the finish on the table. So while there is no residue there, it is very sticky. So if you have a painted dash, lesson learned, if you have a painted dash, you want to be very careful about using this because it could lift some of that paint off of your dash. So that's why we test these things. To assemble this car charger, you have a little bracket here that you place around the ball and you snap it into place like so. Now this bracket is a little tricky. It is very easy to cross thread. If you just start screwing it in, look at that, it's starting to cross thread. So unfortunately you have to be very careful when screwing that in to make sure it threads properly. But once you get it in there, it's like pretty locked. You could hold a pretty heavy phone in that. Okay, so I'm going to take my wireless charger, and what I do is I just press down on that to mount it to my vent. And as you can see, I've got these big, thick vents here to attach this to, so this is a feature I really like on this. I'm just going to squeeze it down and push it right in there. Of course, it's only as stable as the vent that you put it on, so obviously you can rock back and forth like that. And we'll adjust it here. There we go. Now it's nice and straight. Then I just take my phone and I drop it right in, and I'm going to turn the car on and see if it charges. And there you go. So overall, I think it's a really nice design, and I think this is a clever concept. The only thing is, like, if you have like a silicone phone with a really grippy grip, it's a little tough to get in and out. When you lift it out, it's gonna, have a little bit of play. But it does charge well. I had no problems with this wireless charger actually charging my phone. The iPhone is limited up to 7.5 watts of wireless charging. This goes up to 10. So if you have a Samsung Galaxy S8 or one with the ultra fast charging, they can go up to 15 watts, and this is limited to 10 watts. There are a couple of downsides though, and they're small downsides. The grippy case, if you have a phone with the grippy case, it's a little hard to get in and out. The bracket is very easy to cross thread, as I learned earlier. And the last thing is, I didn't get a car adapter that was shown in the picture in the Amazon listing. Car adapters are pretty common. You probably have one laying around, but if you don't, you may have to buy one because my box did not come with one. So yeah, for $30, this does the job. I'm not gonna say this is fantastic because it's not, but it's not bad either. But if you're looking to save some money and you don't want to drop some serious money on a wireless car charger, yeah, this would be just fine. Me personally, like, I spent $50 on the Idear wireless car charger. I love their little proprietary system for dropping the phone in place. But other than that, like, this thing, it works, it stays in place. Your phone doesn't move around much when driving, so yeah, it just works.